So here's the implementation of the rectangle class we created earlier in the course. Now earlier, we used the throw statement to throw an exception of type invalid argument. So this is one of the predefined exception classes in the standard library. So over here, we're essentially creating a new instance of this class. So by using parentheses, we're calling the constructor of this class and passing this string as an argument. We could also use braces, just like how we create other objects. The notation we use is a matter of coding style, okay? So here we create an exception object and throw it outside of this method. When this line is executed, control moves outside of this method. So the rest of this method will not be executed, okay? So we throw an exception object outside of this method. Now somewhere else, we have to catch that exception and handle it. Perhaps we can print a message on the console and say the width cannot be negative. Now you might be asking, but Mosh, wouldn't that be easier to simply print a message and say the width cannot be negative instead of throwing and catching an exception? We can certainly do this, but this approach only works in a console application. So if tomorrow we use this rectangle class in an application with a graphical user interface or GUI, we cannot use cout because GUI applications don't have a console. That is why we cannot rely on this strategy. It's better to throw an exception and let the caller of this method decide what should happen with that exception. So in a console application, you might print an error on the console. In a GUI application, you might use a dialog box to show the error to the user. So what should happen with that exception is not the responsibility of this method, okay? So this is how we can throw exceptions. In the next lesson, I'm going to show you how we can catch and handle them.